Hello, Union County and Cabarrus County. Good morning to you. It is April the 17th. I'm actually doing the video today before voting session just because once we get out of session today, it will be time for our spring break. So I know a lot of folks are wanting to head on out of here pretty quickly. So we wanted to go ahead and make sure we get a video together since it's been a couple of weeks. I will tell you that today that we are not going to really cover any specific bills because since the last time we spoke, we've basically been just finalizing our budget to get that out and get that voted on so we could get it over to the House. So instead of actually going through the individual provisions of a 900-page budget, which would serve zero purpose at this time because that's not going to be the final budget. A lot of stuff's going to change. I decided I would use this video to maybe talk a little bit about the budget process, and so that you will know kind of where we are, where we've come from, and where we go from here, and try to attempt to manage some expectations. So this particular long session, the Senate led with the budget first. So on the contrary, 2 years ago during the long session, the House led with the budget. So House and Senate alternate back and forth who starts it. So what I like to tell folks, or the analogy that I will use, is that we are in period one of a 3-period hockey game. And so this is, we have just are in the process of completing period number one. So the Senate did its budget, and then now it goes over to the House. The House will then begin its budget process and go through the same thing that the Senate did. And then finally, it'll come back to the Senate, and we will obviously not agree with the changes that they make, which is, again, more of a procedural thing. And then the House and the Senate come together, looking at each other's budgets and working out the differences, and that's when you get what's referred to as the conference report. One thing I can tell you is that the Senate budget is not a finished product, nor will the House budget be a finished product. There are a number of different things that we don't get too granular on. Sometimes there's a lot more work that needs to go into it, but this is just a step in the process, something to start the conversation, if you will. So as I've mentioned to you multiple times, I serve on the Agner Sub-Appropriations Committee. So working in the areas of the budget that relate to that subcommittee, there are also, I have counterparts on the House side, so they'll do that sub-appropriations process. Then when we come back to conference, the sub-appropriations chairs and Agner on the House side, as well as our sub-appropriations chairs in our group, and all the other subgroups. Individually, we will come together, the House and the Senate, nail out the differences, and that rolls up into the big conference report at the end. And then we will ultimately vote on a conference report, which is technically the budget. So it's a process that will take a few more months. It's not an easy process, but it's one that we try to put as much due diligence in and weigh out the needs of the state versus the financial forecast that we have as well, to make sure we come up with a prudent budget. So if you see something that you like in the Senate budget, that's good, but just stay vigilant because it may not be in the conference report. Or on the contrary, if you don't see something in the Senate budget, or you don't like something in the Senate budget, don't get too upset about it, because again, step one of a 3-step process. So I will do my best to kind of keep you updated as we go along, but I just wanted to at least touch base with you to let you know where we are in the budget process. Next week, we are on spring break, so the building will actually, I say, shut down. There will be no members here. There will be some staff, but not a lot of staff. It's a break that's definitely needed. Just a lot of togetherness can, at some point in time, is not necessarily a good thing. So taking a little break, re-energize ourselves, kind of hit the reset button, and then that way when we come back week after next, hopefully we can continue to be productive for the citizens of North Carolina. So phone number here at the office is 919-733-7659. Our email address is todd.johnson@ncleg.gov. And obviously, we love to hear from you. Next week, we will still be checking messages and emails, but the response time may not be quite as fast as normal, but we will still be checking that and monitoring that. Please reach out to us if we can help in any way possible. And again, thank you for the opportunity to serve you. I really, truly see this as an honor and a privilege and something that I don't take for granted. So we're going to sign off here, but I hope you all have a great Easter, and I will see you when we get back. God bless.